How we doing? So this is Sherlock Holmes versus Arsene Lupin. Some places it's Sherlock Holmes' nemesis. The same thing. You do not appear to be getting the music. That's a bit better. Options. Graphics. I'll leave all that at minimum. I'm sure I can cope with better, but that is quite a nice balance, given that I haven't changed it. I do like having some sort of a crosshair. So let me know about the sounds as per. Right, let's get into it again. I don't know where this fits in the timeline. I don't know what style of game this is, whether it's like point and click hidden object or whether it's move around the place. We shall see. You're undertaken to portray Sherlock Holmes, the famous consulting detective at 221B Baker Street, London. During this case, you must demonstrate both sagacity and calm. Observe well the items around you and don't hesitate to click on them once you've the required information. You will obtain comments that will help in your hunt. Do not forget to interrogate anybody who may be able to inform you. Choose the right questions and pay heed to their answers. Assure yourself that you aren't caught short by your adversary. Arsene Lupin will throw a number of challenges at you which will demand you are subtle and methodical. I don't really do subtle. Thus, in the course of your investigations, you will have need of a pencil and paper. Certain riddles will require reflection worthy of your hero. It will be challenging. Alright, well, I have pen and paper. Is that okay? Am I allowed to use a pen rather than a pencil? I do hope so. At certain moments, you will need to type a keyword in response to a question in order to continue the adventure. You are at liberty to consult your notes in order to help yourself. Do not forget to read the documents that you will have gathered and glance through Sherlock's notes. They are all important. Okay. In order to advance your inquest, you will have at your disposition plans and maps which will permit you to teleport by clicking on given points. You may equally make your character run by double-clicking with the left mouse button. England's honour is at stake. Do not disappoint your adversary. Adversary? Why do I feel like we're crawling along the floor? Really short. Sherlock Holmes versus Arsene Lupin. Lupin? I presume he's French. With a name like Arsene. July 14th, 1895. I don't know where that comes in our timeline. (221B).
It looks to be the beginning of a lovely day, Holmes. There's nothing like beginning the week with a sunny Monday, with nothing more
We've
pressing
got the
to
spear
do
up
than to
there.
see what came in the post.
So it's after we
Would you
did
care
that one.
to take a ride up the Thames today?
I think not, Watson.
Listen, Holmes, your mood has been getting progressively
I
worse
didn't
for the past 2 weeks.
Stop that.
I know you, and I am certain that something is bothering you. It wouldn't be bad news from Switzerland, would it?
We would already be on a boat heading towards the continent were that the case, my dear Watson.
Very well, then, what is it? Let me guess. For the past 2 weeks, the papers have talked of nothing other than this French thief, Arsene Lupin. He's been making all of the
Arsene?
police officers on the continent look like complete
Arsene
idiots.
Lupin, innit?
You're taking an obvious pleasure out of reading these articles.
My dear Watson,
I've put my finger on it, haven't I? I know you well. Something tells me that you will not entertain talk of this Lupin for some time. Do you recall his latest feat? Using an alias, he seduced a young Italian princess in order to rob her of a priceless set of diamond jewellery that once belonged to the Medicis. These jewels were to be part of the lady's dowry
Medicis?
on the occasion of her marriage to the
Medicis?
son of a wealthy, influential Sicilian. Finally, our friend, having committed his crime, left word for the local press explaining that there was no other way for the charming lass to escape a marriage of convenience with, I quote, an uncultivated and uncouth boor without the least refinement. Since then, the lady has been confined to a convent, and rumour has it that the two outraged fathers have jointly offered a sum of countless millions of liras for the head, the rest of the body being optional, of the man who is responsible for their dishonour. Are you acquainted with the reputation of the Italian criminal milieu? Why, another letter from the zoo about those missing birds, as if we were going to be running around the whole of London chasing chickens. As I was saying, are you acquainted with the reputation of the Italian criminal milieu? This Arsene Lupin must be in hiding somewhere, surrounded by bottles of champagne and stolen treasures. How foolhardy and arrogant. Oh, these French.
Oh, the
However,
French.
he didn't pursue this foolishness to the point of risking stepping onto British soil.
has the cat got your tongue, Watson?
Ah.
Whatever is the matter with you, Watson? Pray tell.
This letter on the table. Holmes, read it.
Can I not? Oh man, I can't WASD. No. If I'm in first person mode I can WASD. But I can't WASD in. Okay, so we might have to do this in first person mode then. Press space for dynamic help. Okay. That's a bit sensitive, folks. There-ish? That's a little bit better. Dear Mr. Holmes, before I begin, please excuse any grammatical or spelling errors that you might notice. Your language isn't my native tongue as I come from the continent, France to be exact. In addition, my singular subjects of conversation, whether they be oral or written, are the most exquisite food and wine, the noblest arts, and the sublimest women. The whole world knows that you, people of Her Most Gracious Majesty, do not produce or even discern any manifestation of aesthetic intelligence and civilization that sets man apart from beasts. I mean, that is true. We're a slovenly lot. Thus, the opportunities to practice your language are sporadic and brief. But what use is there to linger with a lackey or maid? But look, I see I have made a mistake, or rather an inexorable mistranslation. I said, you, people of Her Most Gracious blah blah blah, and I should have said, the people of blah blah blah, other than you. How can I include you in this half ruddy-faced, half-pallid crowd reeking of brine and cheap beer? You stand apart, an icon. Having followed your exploits for some time and being interested in your unusual personality, I started to see in you a man of intelligence, ingenuity, and singular refinement. The incredible results in your activities and the manner in which you achieve them are marked with the seal of genius. I am a genius, it's true. Believe me, despite the lamentable opinion that I hold for the inhabitants of your island, I have for you an admiration without limit, which reached its apogee recently when I discovered you have a French ancestor. What unlucky stars brought you to the world elsewhere than in the motherland? The motherland I call my own, that should have been your own. Perhaps the gods desired that your presence on this island bring up the intellectual advantage that was so low it bordered on the absurd. The business that brings me to write this letter may bring an answer to the question. You see, events without I don't know how to pronounce that. Antecedent will occur in London in the week to come, beginning on this very night of the day in which you read this letter. The purpose of these events is to bring to light a fraud, the arrogance and the vanity of the English. Enough of the haughty, boring composure that the English present us when passion should be freely expressed. Enough of the derisive confidence in England's impregnability which is displayed by all of your politicians and soldiers. The English fortress is being protected by the seas serving as mates. Enough of your supposed symbols of majesty and grandeur of spirit, which are in fact merely the fruits of looting and plundering. England has measured the world by its stingy superior smile for too long. Thus I, Arsene Lupin. Okay, are the errors important? Should I be making note of the errors? So like there should be a apostrophe. My God. And here that should be Arsene, and surely he knows how to spell his own name. Have pledged to get rid of this smile. To that end, in the week to come, I pledge to steal 5 of the most representational symbols of the alleged English grandeur here in London. Once these auspicious achievements have been accomplished, I will exhibit the trophies for the world to see, and will reveal the smallness of a nation incapable of preserving its pride. England will become the laughingstock of all nations, from the largest to the smallest, and will have to swallow its pride and lower its head for millennia to come. Imagine these self-righteous and perfidious faces, who ordinarily parade the fact that they are one of Her Majesty's people, will henceforward hide their origins. Being English will no longer be grounds for pride, but rather shame. See, there's an apostrophe missing there as well. But then I can't see any apostrophes anywhere, so maybe that's just a thing. You are perhaps asking yourself why I've chosen to share with you my vision, which many who don't know me would consider mad. After all, if my former praises are well-founded, you are certainly the only person in England capable of stopping my plan. Like myself, you are fully aware of the inefficiency and the flagrant lack of imagination that plagues your police service. The reason for this letter is eminently narcissistic. No exceptional artist desires to produce their work for an uncultured public, incapable of appreciating the true value of his prowess and talent. Oh, reading makes me yawn. Hey K-Wolf, how's it going? We have just started. We've got a letter from Arsene Lupin. We are hunting Lupin today. He's written us a letter explaining his plan, because he's a narcissist, as he says. In you, I have found the ideal spectator, and I wish for you to follow in the stages of my consecration step by step. In fact, I would almost wish for you to put yourself in my path, and in vain to stop me from committing these thefts. But you're a busy man who doesn't like defeat. What a shame. I don't know him at all. If, despite everything, the adventure tempts you anyway, I shall leave you a few verses that deal with tonight's target. Oh, we've also been told that we need notepad and pen, so I have that. But I don't know what I need to be writing down. All across France, everyone knows, in the blind's kingdom, you only need one eye for the crown. You treat us like blind men, it shows. 'Twas a one-eyed, one-armed man who brought us down. That's, Nelson? It's true that we failed, though we tried again. Our fate was nailed, his immortality our pain. One of the Spanish capes, the detestable pride that hangs around you like drapes, our suffering makes you snide. An adversary came along in order to protect victory. We were put in the wrong, and the day made history. Save the pain and defeat, the worst in this game, is that the hero we did meet carries a French name. Clearly did vengeance sound. What I have in mind for this traitor, sitting at his master's feet like a hound, is to be run aground. On my honour, tonight to hand, I will break free the binding, so that all may understand our victory will take ring. Arseno Latino. I mean, that's talking about... It was Nelson, wasn't it? Admiral Lord Nelson, who had one eye and one arm, and was in Waterloo. Yeah, I think it's all clues. He did say at the beginning, excuse any grammatical or spelling errors that you might notice. So I'm wondering if I need to be looking out for those. But I haven't noticed many. And I'm normally pretty good. It might be code. I'm normally pretty good at spotting errors. I've noticed a few missing apostrophes. And then he did misspell his own name. Here. Yeah. But I haven't spotted enough errors to, like, oh, where was the missing apostrophe there? There should be an apostrophe there. But I haven't spotted enough errors that it would be a code. See, I'm not noticing. Yeah, it is. But I'm just not noticing enough errors. So I haven't noticed any. Unless there's a missing space there. I'm not seeing enough errors to make a message at all. So what I'm going to do is ignore that for now and move on with the game, because we can always come back to this at any point. How do I get out of it? There we go.
Holmes, this is truly unbelievable. Surely this cannot be taken seriously.
It's possible, Watson, that this letter is nothing but a prank. However, a small chance exists that both the challenge and the threat are real.
What will you do?
First, I'm going to enjoy the breakfast Mrs. Hudson has prepared. If you would be so good, Watson, as to clarify some of the riddles in the letter. Firstly, if Arsene Lupin is actually the author, as he states, why does he sign with another name? When it comes to the poem, even if an answer seems straightforward, we must be quite certain. What would the target of tonight's theft be if this letter turns out to be accurate? We have one day to find the solution and to take preventative measures. You could go see Barnes, the bookstore in Glentworth Street. Surely they'll have something that will be informative.
Okay, good. So we're not supposed to solve it on our own. I'm in first person, by the way, because I can only WASD in first person.
It's a coal bucket in which Holmes stores his cigars. What a strange idea.
If I'm in third person, I can't WASD. That ocean game where they're competing against a thief.
Treaty on Cornish, the Celtic language of the Cornish people. And here, medieval pottery. Holmes has an interesting taste in reading.
Who's that dude?
Colonel Gordon. It was during the affair of the lodger in treatment.
I don't think I've seen Ocean's 13. Oh yeah,
My
there's a shoe.
eccentric companion keeps his shag tobacco in the toe of this Persian slipper.
That's why there's a shoe hanging from the window. I think I've only seen Ocean's 11.
This is how Holmes organises his correspondence that is awaiting responses. If only his clients saw that.
Okay, well, we are supposed to be going to... the bookshop. Oh, this isn't how I go down the stairs. Okay. No. What?
No, I have nothing to ask him.
No. Golden lion. I've got no idea where the bookshop is. How do I... I can go in the pub.
No, I have nothing to do in this hovel.
We're back to everything. Everywhere's a shithole. Everywhere's a shithole. As far as Watson's concerned, everywhere's a shithole. Right, if you were a bookshop, where would you be?
I have no interest in going there.
Oh, well, I don't know, do I? How do I... Ah, right click. Gives me the map. Okay, but it's not a particularly useful map as regards the bookshop. Alright.
I have no interest in going there.
No, not that way apparently. Cool beans. Is that a church or just a house? It's just a house, isn't it? Fancy house.
I have no interest in going there.
Well, where the hell's the bookshop then? Sherlock's going to be like, why the hell were you taking so long? And Watson will be like,
I have no interest in going there.
because I've got no fucking clue where the bookshop is. Right click. Oh, we found it apparently. Oh, that's a really clear sign, that. Yep.
Poor Barnes should hire a cleaning lady. Oh, what a mess.
Or a cleaning man. We could be quite progressive here. Or he could clean it himself. Should I leave?
Good day, Barnes.
Hello, Dr. Watson?
Are you summoning Cthulhu again? Because we've already been through this.
I didn't hear you enter.
Are you busy? Am I disturbing you?
Not at all. I was researching, but if you came to see me, it must be that you're looking for something specific. Perhaps I can help you?
A very strange affair, bewildering even, has brought me to see you. An affair involving a
Spanish cape
and a one-eyed, one-armed man.
Most certainly. You will find the works dealing with naval history on one of the shelves.
I mean,
somewhere.
Cape of somewhere. There's like the Cape of Good Hope and Cape Horn, but I don't think any of those are in
Thank
Spain.
you. I'll go look.
Okay, well, you are such a useful bookseller. Yeah, it's somewhere. Cool. Cool. No, over here, apparently. The Great English Seaman book. Wellity. It was his last voyage. Upon his return, he astounded many with his taste for raw meat and his sudden onslaught of salivation when, I quote his housekeeper, local college students or uniformed conscripts passed in front of the windows of his living room. He died 2 years later due to a fatal fall while attempting to battle the weathercock atop Edensborough's bell tower with a sculpture that he made out of clay. Who the hell? And briar chips representing the supposed offspring of the Duke of Kent and the Hedgehog. Sure. Don't know who that was. Horatio Nelson, 1st Viscount Nelson. Born in Burnham Thorpe, Norfolk, in 1758, we owe to Admiral Nelson some of the most beautiful pages of the Royal Navy's history. Charged with intercepting Bonaparte en route for Egypt, he conquered the French fleet in the Battle of the Nile in 1789. Not content to rest on his laurels, in 1799, he recaptured Naples from the revolutionaries and was made Duke of Bronte in 1800. The death of this unrivalled seaman, who had already given his body in service of his country, he'd one arm amputated and lost the sight in one eye, was his crowning moment. He died triumphing over Admiral Villeneuve during the Battle of Trafalgar. Despite being inferior in terms of numbers, but through the grace of a courage and audacity without compare. Go for it, K-Wolf. A representative tale of Nelson occurred during a former battle when the flag captain warned him that the commander was signalling retreat. Admiral Nelson, convinced that they were to be victorious, held a telescope to his blind eye and said, "I really do not see the signal." Thus he continued to battle, coming out victorious. Luckily for him, his joke. Okay. So, I mean, we know... Is all that we found out from that it's Admiral Nelson? Is Trafalgar a cape? Is it Cape Trafalgar? Cleaning men can sometimes be better options than cleaning lady. I mean, sure. It depends on the person, doesn't it? Some people are better at cleaning than others.
Ah, here's my book, The Great English Sailors. As it happens, I found this book and...
Excuse me, my dear Dr. Watson, but I am in need of tranquility.
Well, farewell, Barnes.
You are the worst bookshop owner in the history of bookshops. I think he is. It's just what he does.
I'm quite occupied,
Dude,
Doctor.
You're running a shop. Run your shop. Where's my house? This way. Hello.
Now tell me, Watson, what progress have you made? Have you found the meaning of the mysterious signature?
I haven't found the meaning of the mysterious signature. I mean, I guess it's got to be Arsene Lupin, right? Can I type?
Your intentions are good, Watson, but you've missed everything of importance.
Your intentions are good, but you've missed everything of importance.
It was in this statue that we found the famous black pearl of the Borgias. Oh, what a mess.
Okay, but... if I take the letters that aren't in his name, you get O-O-T-H-O. That doesn't make any sense. Is it just talking about Admiral Nelson? That's a H, not a B, because it's like the H in hand and not like the B in binding. Yeah, I don't think that makes any sense though, does it? Is it Horatio Nelson? Is that what we're supposed to
Now
say?
tell me what.
It's an anagram, Holmes. The
Oh,
letters
it's
in
an
Arsene,
anagram.
not Hemo, can be used to spell out Horatio Nelson.
That's a welcome confirmation. No doubt the target for the theft is somehow connected with the Battle of Trafalgar, won by Admiral Lord Nelson at the expense of the French. Nelson, who lost an eye and an arm in battle, has a statue high atop a column in Trafalgar Square.
Nelson's column,
It
innit?
says that the object of the theft is sitting at his master's feet. There's nothing to steal on this column. We have a map of London here somewhere. Let's see if we can find a site of interest near Trafalgar Square.
And that's why it's talking about victory. Because Nelson was on HMS Victory. In order to protect Victory. And is it the Cape of Trafalgar? And is to be run aground. There's something about a victory. I will break free the binding. Our victory will take. Is he going to steal HMS Victory? Is that docked in London somewhere? What am I doing, Holmes?
Have you found the map of London, Watson?
I mean, I thought this. I mean, this is a map of London, right? Is that not it? No.
Ha! I found it at last. The map of London.
So, according to you, what is there to steal in Trafalgar Square? Show me on the map, Watson.
How would I do such a thing?
So, according to you, what is there to steal in Trafalgar Square? Show me on the map, Watson.
But how?
Holmes's violin.
Ah, map of London. I see. Where's Trafalgar Square? Somewhere around there. National Gallery.
The only
Yes.
location visible is the National Gallery of Painting, which faces the column.
I do like the
Why
National
not?
Gallery. It's
Our
awesome.
man wants to steal a painting, but which one? Watson, shall we head out?
Painting
Let's
of
take a tour
HMS
the
Victory,
National
right?
Gallery. While you find us a hansom, I'll send a message to Lestrade to have him join us.
Lestrade. Alright, let's go find a cab. Wrong way again. Oh! I found one!
Ah, Lamb, good timing. Can you give myself and my friend Sherlock a lift?
With pleasure, Dr. Watson. The mistress, Miss Bromsby, gave me the day off. I'll wait for you.
No comments, Watson, about how this place is a shithole? You surprise me.
Good afternoon, gentlemen, and welcome to the National Gallery of Painting. As it's such a lovely day outside, you're the only visitors at the moment, and likely will be for the whole day, as the minimum number of people for a guided tour is...
We're not here to visit the museum.
Likely
my man.
will be for the
My
whole
name is
day.
Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson.
Sherlock Holmes? The
People
famous
only go to look at the
detective?
art when it's raining.
Indeed, I have reason to believe that a theft is being planned that will take place here, perhaps as early as today.
A robbery?
I'm not certain, but there is a good reason to believe that is the case. We have contacted Inspector Lestrade at Scotland Yard, and he should be joining us momentarily. Meanwhile, rest assured that we are here in an official capacity. In the meantime, you can certainly help us. One of the paintings will play a part in the matter, but I don't yet know exactly which one. I do, however, have a few clues that should tell us something to a specialist like yourself.
Ah, yes, of course. As it happens, I've only been working here for 3 days.
Oh, for fuck's
Actually,
sake.
I'm an apprentice, and my duties here are essentially administrative.
Pray tell, would I be correct in deducing that the elder of the two men that we can see up there is the director of the museum?
Yes, that is Sir Pointer. He could certainly assist you better than I, but at the moment he's terribly occupied and will be for some time.
But the location that you are proposing is unworthy of my work. All of my pieces are hymns to color and light.
He googled
It's the very
artist and took
stars, the
every
sun that
stereotype.
you want to extinguish?
Please understand, dear sir, the entrance hall is reserved for temporary exhibitions. We are able to add more lighting.
In that case, you would have to provide lanterns across the whole length of the ceiling, and to use the most refined oil possible. Definitely not gas. And mirrors to reflect the light, along with some canvases in basic colors to bring out the contrasts.
We will do all that we possibly can.
Nevertheless, I insist that a number of my works must be on the main floor next to the large pieces.
But our rooms are already full and, as you know, each has its specific subject. Too much modernism?
How can there be too much modernism? Modernism doesn't exist. Only art exists. Art is timeless. Art is cosmic.
Well, sir, perhaps we should continue this conversation in my office.
Then you must certainly have a letter of the works that are shown in the museum, with a description of each painting.
Yes, Sir Pointer entrusted it to my care this morning so I could familiarize myself with the collection, but I lost it. I know.
How the
I'm
hell
like a
do you
rather
lose
feeble
it?
Archivist, but while I was doing a tour of the museum, the painting that Mr. Pointer is now dealing with arrived, along with cases full of canvases that he had to quickly inventory.
The case of the missing ledger. What do you make of it, Watson? Listen, Mr.
Palinur, sir.
Palinor, my friend and I will make our way through the museum in order to find the ledger. If you lost it while touring the museum and it wasn't back on the desk, then it must be in one of the galleries. Stay here and we will return to see you when we have found it, and not a word of it to the director.
Certainly, sir. With many thanks. I will continue to do my inventory and await you.
How are you doing your inventory without the ledger?
Tell me, young man, would you happen to have a blueprint of the building in order to facilitate the task at hand?
Ah, yes. Where did I put it? Oh, yes, here it is.
Farewell, Palinor.
So, Holmes, what are we doing?
I don't know. I never know.
Fragile. The museum transports china?
Art is precious, my dear Watson, but it's true that this crate is a curious size. I'd say 3 feet 3 inches on 2 sides by 6 foot 6.
Mm-hmm. Could there be a person inside it, maybe?
The painter who was conversing with the director has such character, to the point of taking some of it out on this poor plant.
Yeah, character's the word.
I didn't want to be disturbed.
Yeah, let's just smash it with a hammer. For, reasons.
The Lamentation of the Dead Christ by Giuseppe di Ribera, a Tenebrist painter. This canvas by Tiziano Vecellio, better known as Titian, is an allegory of prudence. It reads, "From the past, the man of the present acts prudently so as not to imperil the future." Wise advice. An Apostle, Giuseppe di Ribera, 1591 to 1652.
Are we not? Oh, yeah.
A
okay.
lovely painting by Murillo. Impressive.
This is quite cool. We're just
The Adoration of the Name of Jesus.
We're
El
just
Greco,
on a tour of the
1541
National
to
Gallery.
1614. Spanish painter from Crete, belonging to the Mannerist school. La Tela Real by the
Yeah.
great Spanish
I mean, the
master
National
Diego
Gallery's free anyway.
Velázquez, 1599 to 1660.
You can
painted
go
from the golden century of
wander
Spain.
around it
It
anyway.
depicts a royal boar hunt. The Vendramin family, venerating a relic of the true cross.
So
by
actually,
Titian, a Venetian
what's
painter,
happened is
died
I've
in
paid money for the
1576,
game
leader of the 16th
to
century
go on a
Venetian
tour of the
school
National
of
Gallery.
Cinquecento. Jacob with a Flock of Laban by Giuseppe de Ribera, also called Lo Spagnoletto, or the Little Spaniard because of his height. Christ healing the paralytic at the
I
Pool
feel
of
like I
Bethesda
don't need
by
to go
Murillo,
over all of
one
these.
the most important figures in Baroque painting in Spain during the 18th century. Christ driving
But I like
the
that
traders from the temple,
they've done
canvassed
all
by
of
the
them.
Spanish master El Greco.
The
A
voice
peasant boy
actors.
leaning on a sill by
Recorded all
Bartolome
of
Esteban
these.
Murillo, 1670
Bottom!
1682.
There's a bottom.
The Toilet of Venus by Diego Velázquez, who was considered, along with Francisco Goya and El Greco, as one of the greatest artists in all of Spanish history. The Spanish Painters Gallery.
Right, I'm not going to go around all of them. We're looking for a ledger. Oh, hello.
There, it seems that we've found the famous ledger. It's written in shorthand and there are hundreds of entries. Let's bring it to the archivist.
I do want to see if there's any famous paintings that, like, any painter. Oh, I know that one.
Mr. and Mrs. Andrews by Gainsborough, an unfinished painting.
I don't know
An
if there's any
unrivaled
Polish
landscape
paintings.
artist, he
I
was
don't
obliged
know
to do portraits in order
any
to earn a
Polish
living.
artists. It isn't just British paintings though. There's paintings from all over. Ooh, that's a is that a Rembrandt?
Self-portrait at the
Yes.
age of 63 by Rembrandt, the year of his death. The painter affirmed, "I do not paint the man, I paint the passage." A painting by Rembrandt, the sum of his works inspired Baudelaire to write Rembrandt's Sad Hospital Full of Murmurs.
I recognise that
The
one as
Swearing
well.
the Oath of Ratification, painted by Gerard Terborch, born in Zwolle in December of 1608 and died the 8th of December 1681.
Ooh, I recognise
A
that
young
one.
woman seated at a virginal,
Yeah, Vermeer.
painted by Vermeer, Dutch painter of the 17th century.
This one looks fancy pants. I reckon it's
Canvas
this one.
by Sir Reynolds.
Oh,
Colonel
no.
Tarleton, hero of the British forces during the American War of Independence.
Okay. So we're looking for one of Nelson, aren't we? Or of HMS Victory. It's like a matter of pride at this point. I want to find it before the game tells us which one it is. That's Charles the Second?
A family group by Gonzales Cox.
Is it? Or maybe not. Maybe it's just a random family. I recognise that one.
Portrait of a young man in red by Domenico Ghirlandaio. This painting was executed between 1480 and 90 and is on loan.
I'm just enjoying myself now, wandering around the gallery.
Closed. Closed.
It's one of the things I really miss about living in London is just being able to go, like, on a whim. Just wake up in the morning and go, do you know what? I'm going to go to the National Gallery today and just have a wander around.
Yes, Mr. Holmes?
Farewell, Palinor.
Do I need to put it in my hand? Yes, I do.
Yes, Mr. Holmes?
Here is your ledger, my friend.
You found it! Many thanks. You won't say anything to support
I mean, I could
Rest assured, are you familiar
get
with how
to
the entries are
London
written?
relatively
Everything
easily
seems
from
to be
where I am. I
abbreviated.
mean, the UK is pretty
understand
tiny
how to
anyway.
locate a thematic group and how
But
to
it
read a
just
description,
requires that
but
bit,
I am
that
struggling with the
much more
location
effort.
clues.
It's better than nothing at the moment.
Whereas when I lived
We're
in London,
searching
I
for
could just
painting
walk
that
out
has
my
a
front
connection
door
to
and
the
jump
Battle
on the
of
tube
Trafalgar.
and off I go.
Depicting what exactly?
According to this poem, it could be
HMS Victory.
Are you sure? It means nothing to me, Mr. Holmes.
mortality our pain. One of the Spanish capes, the detestable pride, hangs around you like drapes. Our suffering makes you snide. An adversary came along in order to protect victory. We were put in the wrong, and the day made history. I tried victory. Save the pain and defeat. The worst in this game is that the hero we did meet carries a French name. Is that Horatio? Clearly did vengeance sound. What I have in mind for this traitor, sitting in his master's feet like a hound, is to be run aground. On my honour, tonight to hand, I will break free the binding, so that all may understand our victory will take wing.
Are you sure? It means nothing to me, Mr. Holmes. Are you sure? It means nothing to me, Mr. Holmes.
Right, there's an ad starting now anyway, so I will see you in a few minutes. We all need to have a think. Thinking caps on. Have a think. Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? There it is. What do you do? Oh, yes! Disables the effect of every boss blind. I love you. I love you, Chico. I do. I love you, Chico. I do. I love you, Chico. I do. Oh, Chico, I love you. Oh, this one requires attention. I'll give you attention. You can pet the cats! Game of the year. I'm making $6,000 dues a second. I mean, you really struggle to care about the environment when you're making $6,000 a second. I think. Tell me when! Oh, you didn't run! You said we were running and jumping, and then you stopped!
I was listening to what you were saying.
Oh my god. Deathclaw, if you're there...
Don't worry.
Can you do an exclamation mark spook, please?
You're like, oh, I'm just like, okay, so you're like, can you do it? I'm like, yeah, see? Then you're like, right. Hey, you lined up?
Hang on.
We got a snake in the bush here.
Why can't I find any stairs? Yeah, we're all screaming and running this way. Yeah, we're screaming and running all together. Ah! 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 Scream and run, scream and run. Ah! 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 There's a maniac in the house, guys. Go get him. 2. Okay. Are we actually thinking about killing her? Or are we... We're killing someone?
They're right. No one's safe if that thing goes loose.
Danais?
Enough. Lower the trap. Ready your blade.
Oh, whose side are we going to be on?
You've but one chance. Join me or die.
This is a big decision, Panhorn. Okay.
Coward.
We're not dead! Ah! Oh, we're dead.
It was 3 minutes to 8, and a man wearing a trench coat and fedora appeared out of nowhere and shot you in cold blood.
while we're on the subject, I got a mean headache. Can you give me something for that? I don't know. I've got heart stuff. I've got lung stuff. I've got kidney stuff. I've got stuff. What's happening? Where's the game gone? What? 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 I think it's crashed. Is it? I can hear it. I can't see it. Am I going to have to redo all that? Does it auto-save? I don't know if it's auto-saved. Okay, well, we are very not far in. So, wait, can I load though? No. I mean, we're not far in. So, we can speed run at the beginning of it.
Listen, my dear Watson, that's the...
Holmes,
It's
what will you do?
How do I save? Just gonna... Right, remind me to save. Every time I do a thing, save. Where was the bookshop?
I have no interest in going
not that
there.
way. Other way. Is it this way? Yes.
Poor Barnes should...
Yeah. Cleaning lady. Oh. Yeah. Summoning Cthulhu. Yeah, we get it. Yeah.
Good day. A very strange... Thank
bye.
you. I'll go. Ah, here's my book. Well...
Save. Maybe I need a points redeem of like, save the game. Hey Deathclaw, how's it going? We are redoing everything we've just done because the game crashed and we didn't save.
Now tell me, Watson.
It's an anagram, Holmes.
That's
Yep.
Have you found the map of London, Watson?
No, not yet.
Ha! I found it at...
So, according to you, what is there to steal
Yeah,
in Trafalgar Square?
show Deathclaw. Look! Look at Nate's new emotes. They're so awesome. We go on the map. We go on the map of London. We go on centre. We go on
The
Trafalgar
only
Square.
location visible.
Why not?
Yep. Speed running.
We're not in Then you must certainly have a
Yep, I know.
the case. Tell me, young man, would you farewell, Palinor?
I never even looked at the map. Ooh. I do wonder if it's the same layout as the actual National Gallery. Right, I can't remember where the ledger was. We're not going to look at all the paintings again. We already had a tour of all the paintings. Where is it? I found it really quickly last time. It was next to a chair somewhere. I went in here, then we looked at a load of paintings, and then aha.
There, it seems that we found the...
By the way, if anyone's got any requests for emotes they want me to have, let me know. I'm always looking for good emote ideas.
Farewell, Palinor.
Yes, Mr.
Here is your ledger, my friend. According to...
Right, this is where we were. So let me save it here. Right, so what is the painting depicting? This is exactly where we were before. We know it's about Trafalgar. Oh. I mean, I'm sure it would be possible. I don't know if I can do it or if I'd have to pay someone else to do it for me, but I'm sure it's possible. So, across all France, everyone knows in the Blind's Kingdom you only need one eye for the crown. You shoots like blind men, it shows 'twas a one-eyed, one-armed man who brought us down. Maybe... Spain?
Are you sure? It means nothing to me, Mr. Holmes.
I do want some better animated emotes.
Are you sure? It means nothing to me, Mr. Holmes.
Maybe it's flags?
Are you sure? It means nothing to me, Mr. Holmes.
Right, guys, come on, we need ideas. What's this poem about? We've tried Victory. I think. Let me try Victory again. Just in case.
Are you sure?
No.
It means nothing to me.
France?
Are you sure? It means nothing to me, Mr. Holmes.
Napoleon?
Are you sure? It means nothing to me, Mr. Holmes.
I think I tried that.
Are you sure? It means nothing to me, Mr. Holmes. Yes, Mr. Holmes.
Fucking boat!
There, Maestro. I believe that everything is settled.
This collaboration will be my crowning glory, my masterpiece. Merci.
I have finished the inventory of the works of art, Director. Oh, and I have the pleasure of introducing the great detective Sherlock Holmes and his companion, Dr. Watson.
Good day, gentlemen. It's with pleasure that I welcome you to our gallery. I trust that you are here for pleasure and not business.
I'm afraid that is not the case.
Oh,
When it is no longer a matter of art, the artist must make his excuses. Messieurs, until we meet again, no need to accompany me. I know the way.
That's 100% Arsene Lupin, isn't it?
my apologies, gentlemen. Have you been waiting long?
Mr. Palinor was able to answer all of our most urgent questions. Tell me, who was that man who just left?
That was Horace Valmont, a French
Was it
painter.
now?
One of the best, seemingly. His letters of recommendation come from some of the grandest salons in Paris.
A Frenchman? Let's take a look, Watson.
What are we taking a look at?
Yes, he's very avant-garde. He heard that we were showing the works of modern painters during our temporary exhibitions. He has loaned us a number of paintings and has promised to donate those that have the greatest success to the museum.
Lestrade, just in time. And the Frenchman, Watson?
Gone?
Director.
Gone?
This is Inspector Lestrade from Scotland Yard. Lestrade, this is the Director of the National Gallery, Sir Pointer, and his assistant, Mr. Palinor. Lestrade, would you have your constable on duty guard the entrance and make sure that nobody comes into the museum? Director, is there anything else?
No, but...
If you would care to follow me, I'll show you what the motivation behind all of this is. The reason for this little gathering is this letter that I received at my lodgings this morning. Without getting into too much detail, it claims that this painting, The Fighting Temeraire, will be stolen tonight.
Pardon?
There now. It's
Pardon?
because of a letter that you've disturbed me. You believe that?
I would never have taken the liberty to disturb you if this letter, the authenticity of which I must admit hasn't been completely confirmed, was not written by the one and only Arsene Lupin.
Arsene Lupin?
Arsene Lupin?
Us? Arsenal? Who? Lou? What?
Arsene Lupin, the most wanted cat burglar in the world. We will know soon enough whether or not this letter is a fake,
Arsene
or if I had reason to
Lupin.
disturb you, Lestrade. But you must understand that we couldn't take even the slightest chance.
Perhaps. Why not simply put this thing under lock and key in the bank or at Scotland Yard?
We cannot risk storing the painting in an improper environment or to entrust it to anyone who calls it a thing.
All that would achieve would be to shift the problem. This painting is priceless. Beware he who would harm it. What I propose, Lestrade, is to do a tour of the museum with Sir Pointer in order to check any possible points of break and entry, and leave 2 men on duty here.
2 whole men?
In addition, Director, you must close the museum to the public and not let anyone else in.
If you feel
Oh,
it's
the painter's,
you,
he's in the box,
Holmes?
isn't he?
I'll pass by tomorrow at dawn.
He's
We'll know
100%
then what
in the
we're up
box.
against. Should the unthinkable have occurred, I insist that nothing
I'd
is
forgotten
touched
about that
until
box.
I arrive. Is that clear? Let's be off, Watson.
Listen, Inspector, I have a lot of work to take care of. It would be better if I leave you to do a tour by yourself. You are, after all, a professional. Here are the keys to all of the locked doors.
Are we going to be
If
Lestrade?
you need me, I'll be in my office.
Oh, see.
I best inspect the museum to find any of Lupin's possible exits, including
I mean-
mice holes.
He's in there. We know he's in there. He's 100% in there. Knock, knock, knock. Wakey, wakey. Wait, should I mean,
We
here's
need
an
a
exit.
cannon to force this door down. The lock is too big to be jimmied, and I'll leave a man on duty in place. If Lupin does come, it won't be that way.
I'm looking for mouse holes.
No exits on this side, nothing to report. It's dark in this box room. Good. No windows, no possible entry. Ha! There is a possible entry. If someone wanted to descend from the roof here, he'd need a lot of time, and it wouldn't be a quiet business. But I'd be wise to leave a man on duty here, and he will signal the alarm at any suspicious movement coming from the roof. Arsene Lupin. It's you and I now. No, no exits on this side, nothing to report. No, no exits on this side, nothing to report.
All right then.
No, no exits on this side, nothing to report.
Does that mean that this door's a nothing?
No exits on this side, nothing to report.
Okay, well, are we done then?
Don't get a headache from thinking too hard.
Bless him.
I will make sure there are no windows and therefore ways in. Here.
Do your work. I will draw a map for you, Inspector.
Wait for tonight. There. The director and his underling have left. Time for us to play now. It could be that this whole robbery is nothing but nonsense. If not,
that is
we're
one of my
prepared.
favourite paintings.
And this Lupin
The Ambassadors.
will play right into
Love
our hands. I'll lock the main door to the museum, and you will be locked in. Jeffries is on duty in Trafalgar Square, and the yard is nearby. Nothing to worry about
by,
there.
Hans
The
Holbein the
doors
Younger.
leading in will be locked, but you will each have everything you need to open them. Stay hidden and cover your light so you cannot be seen from the roof. You, Lockhart, will be stationed near the painting itself. At the least provocation, go down to the entrance and sound the alarm. The walls are too thick, so you will have to go down for your whistle to be heard. In case of real trouble, be sure to fire with deadly accuracy. Because if you even graze one of the paintings, your great-grandchildren will still be paying off your debts. Finally, you'll just have to be content with your lanterns. Gas is too expensive. Let's go, men. Keep your wits about you. You'll be relieved at 4 a.m.
Choo-choo! 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 I don't know what noise hot air balloons make. Choo-choo!
Go on, you cantankerous codger. You have work to do.
You're right, Holmes. The constable below was indeed asked to deliver us a letter. It's from Lestrade.
Nothing good can come from such urgency.
Indeed, Holmes. This time, without doubt, the painting has disappeared. According to what he's written, they've turned the National Gallery upside down looking for it. Our presence is required immediately.
Well, Watson, the game is afoot.
Should we not have enlisted
He said
more
the
men
thing.
from the force to protect the painting?
I think that a whole brigade could not have stopped Lupin. And, of course, we can now be certain that it was he who was behind the theft. First and foremost, the police have a city and lives to protect, and we must respect that. Watson, a hansom will be hard to find at this hour. and Billy, our page, is sick. Would you be so good as to flag one down while I take a moment to reread this letter?
Yesterday I was a doctor, and now I become a valet.
Valet. I know, like, the original French is pronounced valet, but I'm pretty sure it's pronounced valet in
Got a light?
upper class
Sorry.
Is it Sherlock
British.
Holmes who lives in these
No.
digs here?
Indeed.
Know him?
I do have that honour. I have been of some assistance to him on occasion, like locating hansoms, for instance.
I say, you're his valet. So tell me, does your master pay well then?
But
I bet you're not above winning a bob or two, am I right? Listen, my friend, word has it that your boss is going to have a right fright tonight at the Picture Museum.
How?
Shh, listen, my good man. If you want to fill your pockets, here's my card. Piers Urquhart Allen, that's my name. Independent reporter's the game. Spill the beans about his biz, and I'll pay you well. Look for me in one of the pubs round here. You can't miss me.
If Holmes finds out that the press is onto this business, he'll be in an explosive mood. Best to avoid speaking about it.
Piers Urquhart Allen. That name, the spelling of Allen, is interesting to me. I feel like that's a thing as well.
No, I have nothing to ask him.
I have. Why have you been here 2 days in a row just feeding the pigeons, my dude?
Ah, a hansom. Now to find Holmes and make our way to the National Gallery.
You've arrived at last, Holmes. We haven't touched anything while we were waiting, except for a ladder which we needed to climb onto the roof. You must have received my message. The painting was stolen.
Have we looked in this box?
Did your men see anything?
To tell you the truth, barely anything. There was nothing they could do. The only thing we know for certain is there were two people of athletic
That box is
build
padlocked
who
now. It wasn't
perpetrated
padlocked
this
before.
crime. We don't know if the burglars stole anything other than the painting in question, as they completely redecorated the museum with the paintings of a French artist that were at the entrance to the museum. The paintings that were on the walls are now crammed in the director's office.
Do you have any idea what happened?
Well, not really. I haven't
So I
managed
reckon
to
the
figure it
fighting
out.
Temeraire is in that
we
box.
know that the two men exited through the window in the restoration workshop, and that the second man entered through there. But the first man was already in the museum before his accomplice. Yet I had a man in the restoration workshop all yesterday afternoon, and he only left for a minute in order to hear my orders. At no time could the first man have entered through the window. We would have either seen or
He's in the
heard
box.
him. The men on the premises confirmed they didn't see anyone pass through the entrance until the alarm was sounded. And those two are the only possibilities. How did this man get into the museum, I ask you?
When you have eliminated the impossible, Lestrade, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth. Where are the director and his assistant?
They're both in the office. Go gently with the director. He's close to having a fit. By the way, I noticed some traces of paint or something all over. I've asked everyone to avoid trampling on them until you've had a chance to examine them.
You're making wonderful progress, Lestrade.
Well, I'll go question the neighbours to see if anyone might have seen a 17th century boat descend from the roof.
Watson, accompany Inspector Lestrade. Check out the roof and help out with the interrogations. Be on the lookout, for the slightest detail could gain us some precious time.
You can count on me, Holmes.
It's in the box.
It's a combination lock, a French brand.
French brand.
Looks extremely solid. Impossible to open it without knowing the combination.
I mean, could be. Could be. We need the combination to that lock there. Oh, wait. Save. I was hoping I could run all over the paintings, but it won't let me. That's sad.
I'm overwhelmed by this inventory.
You sound happy, my dude.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, such a tragedy. Have you seen what these crooks have done to my museum? Paintings of incalculable value thrown in a heap like hay in a haystack. And the Fighting Temeraire.
Now, calm down, Director. Do you know if they took anything other than this painting?
The director and I are in the middle of doing an inventory of all the paintings that were moved. We are not certain yet.
Oh.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Good. We'll be here if you have any further questions. Come, Palinor, back to the inventory.
Yeah, so these are the paintings that
Belmont has unusual taste for a painter.
Yeah.
A perfect example of neo-cretinism. A Belmont from his convalescent period. What horrors! A perfect example of neo-cretinism. A Belmont from his convalescent period. Looking at this canvas, the French painter must have drawn his inspiration from the famous French cheese camembert.
Dude,
the artist of this painting wished to depict the total rejection of aestheticism, and he succeeded.
Dude. He's left some of the paintings there.
Looking at this canvas, the French painter...
Oh!
Belmont has unusual taste for a painter.
Oh, hello.
Hideous, this painting. A round red frame with some green in the middle. The inspiration behind this canvas is rather queer.
I quite like that. I mean, it would give you nightmares if you had it in your house. But I quite like it. Oh, it's a pretty scat.
A perfect example of neo...
I'd have that in my house.
An architectural fantasy.
New rugs!
A perfect example.
Do you know, say what you like, I like him.
A work by Jan Steen, painter of the Dutch school, a moralist.
Right, where was the fighting... Who's it now? It was over this way, wasn't it? Wasn't it here?
Belmont has unusual taste for a painter. What horrors!
What am I supposed to be doing? Maybe I should go in the room that they think he came in.
A large red square was painted on the floor, most likely by Lupin, but to what end?
I don't know.
Closed. The person who left these footprints stepped into the paint with his whole foot. Size 10. Size 10. These footprints are those of common work boots. It's through there that one of our robbers arrived, and it's also through there that they must have escaped with the help of a ladder. Footprints, look. These footprints are size 9.
Ooh, different person.
The foot brushed the paint. Someone wanted to warn the person who made the footprints of the presence of liquid on the ground, but too late. The man then went beneath the louver of the window to get out, probably with the help of a ladder. He was wearing shoes from France with supple leather non-skid soles, which have a distinctive design. Water.
All right, that's important, is it?
Ideal to catch by jumping from this skylight. These tools are for restoring paintings. It's too dark in here. I don't see anything.
Footsteps are going to lead to the crate, aren't they?
Look. Size 10. This footprint is quite clear, like a footstep pressed. Size 10. This footprint is rather light. The man who left these footprints made a return trip. He was carrying something heavy when he climbed the stairs. Paintings, certainly.
Oh no, we went to the paintings.
The paint tracks come from the interior of the museum and stop there. It's curious, but I'd wager that the man who left these footprints rested here a moment while facing the wall and looking at something. Yet these paintings aren't exceptional
Crown
in
jewels.
the least.
It's the crown jewels. They're going to steal the crown jewels. We need
It's
to get in there,
combination
though.
lock.
Yeah. Have we found all the clues?
What do you want, Mr. Holmes?
Thank
Nothing.
you, gentlemen.
Good.
I'm overwhelmed by this inventory.
What have we missed?
I have no reason to go there.
Oh, I do apologise.
Closed.
Is there anything else in here? Nope. Do I have to look up like
What
all the
horrors.
paintings? I hope not. I mean, the red box is like right underneath that chandelier. I don't know if that's important.
Closed.
So, I studied this as part of my A level. There's like that skull. If you like crouch down here, is it here or is it here? Oh no, like here. Look, it actually turns into a skull. It's so cool. Whereas from here, it's just a blur. But from here, it's actually a skull. I spent so long next to this painting in this spot just being like, that is so awesome. And also, oh, you can't see it. There's a gap in the curtain here and there's like a little crucifix. And then these are two ambassadors. I can never remember one of their names. There's Jean de Dontville and there's another one, and they were like ambassadors in Henry VIII's court. And all these things have again, I can't remember it all, but like everything in this painting has like massive symbolism. Oh, there's the thing. There's the little crucifix. Has this been flipped? I feel like this has been flipped. Oh, I'm going to have to Google now, except for if I do that, is it going to break it? Let me save. Yes! The painting's flipped round the other way. That's why I was confused. Also, it's still in the National Gallery. So you can go and see it for free in London. Just off Trafalgar Square. And it is... I love it.
The Ambassadors, 1533, by Hans Holbein the Younger. In the foreground, we can see a distorted skull, a symbol of mortality.
I don't think you can copyright, like, 16th century art. I don't know. It could be. But, yeah, I just really like this painting. And see it in person. It is that big. It's huge. I really recommend anyone who's ever in London go to the National Gallery, if only to see this, because it's pretty awesome. Anyway, that's enough of me geeking out about art. What am I missing?
What horrors!
Like, do I have to look at every single
artist of this painting wished to
work
depict
of art?
a canvas by Nicolas Poussin.
Okay, that wasn't one of his.
Looking
That's
at this
an actual...
canvas, the French painter... What horrors! The artist of this painting wished to depict the total rejection... A perfect example...
Something somewhere that I've missed, and I don't know what it is.
A perfect example of neo-cretinism, a Valmont from his convalescent period. Footprints, look!
Oh, hello. This is what I'd missed.
These footprints are size 9.
Oh, look! Is it the guy?
These are shoes
Oh,
with
it
supple,
is.
non-skid leather soles
Yes, it
of
is.
French manufacture with a distinctive
Could
design.
we have been right
These
all
are,
along?
without doubt, the
Is
shoes of the
Sherlock
French
Holmes a
painter
bit of an
Horace
idiot?
Valmont. The
I
footprints
think
left
he
by
might
Horace
be.
Valmont's shoes and those made by one of the two crooks are absolutely identical. Lupin is a master of disguise. We met him in person yesterday. as
Master of
Valmont.
disguise, is he? Master of disguise? Is he? Is he though? Is he?
What do you want, Mr. Holmes? The only one who will be happy is Valmont. His paintings now have the best spots.
I'd wager he's doubly happy, but he'd never come to show his gratitude in person.
Ah, and when will you be done
We
with
did
your
tell them so.
investigation? So that we can put the paintings back in their original places.
A deadline will soon be set, I think. However, it is in our best interest to do it as quickly as possible.
Oh,
Thank you, gentlemen.
Good.
That's all we're saying
We'll be
about that,
here
is
if
it?
you have a...
Can I borrow this lamp?
Unfortunately not. This room is poorly lit and we need it to work. Perhaps a bit later.
So I need a lamp to look in that dark room. I don't know where I would find such a thing. Can rip those off the walls. Just get your phone out, Holmes. Use your phone as a torch. Well, now what? Summing up with that.
It's a combination lock.
Yeah. But what do I do now?
It's too dark in here. I don't see anything.
We just go and geek out over the ambassadors again for a bit. Ooh. I mean, I'm sorry, but to do this in the 1500s, so impressive. I love it.
I'm overwhelmed by
Yeah.
What do you want, Mr. Holmes?
I want you to tell me what to do now.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Good.
I need your
Can I
lamp.
borrow this lamp?
Unfortunately not. This
I have no reason to go there.
Oh, that's just here. Okay. What's in there? Oh, that's this. Oh, okay, I see. Can we go elsewhere?
I have no reason to go there. I have no reason to go there.
Guess not. I don't know. Hints. Yeah, how can I open the crate? Well, yeah, I know that. Okay, proceed with other avenues. Alright. You'll need a third set of footprints. Okay. So, do we go back to that, to where the painting is? Was? Ah.
There is something here.
Okay, I do like those hints.
A trace of black rubber. 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 These 4 traces of black rubber are identical and form a square.
Okay. Right. For one look down. Ah, ladder was placed there. Okay. Oh, hello!
There is something strange on the ceiling. I have to climb up to examine it, but Lestrade's men are using the ladder. I'll continue to inspect the museum while I await them.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade wanted you to know that we no longer need the ladder. If you want it, it's near the director's office.
That's what I was missing. I like that hint system. That is one hell of a ladder.
What horrors! Elementary.
If your initials are JL, the answer is yes. If not, greetings, Mr. Holmes. Our meeting yesterday was far too brief, but I bet it won't be the last. Who's JL? Our meeting yesterday was far too brief, but I bet it won't be the last. It gives me great happiness that you're participating in this adventure, and even if the ending gives you displeasure, you will have been in the first row for the whole show. Please inform Inspector Lestrade, as you know, but contrary to his belief, I most certainly came in through the entrance. I always enter through the main doors. Are they leaving is a different matter. But enough of the past, let's look ahead, shall we? After tonight, I will, yet again, steal one of the emblems of England's pride. My next target can be found somewhere in London, and it's up to you to identify it before I claim it. For this, I've left you several clues throughout the museum. A mind as brilliant as yours should have no trouble finding and interpreting them. Will you be able to finish in time? To start, I've left some paintings on the walls that I didn't have the heart to replace with those from my personal collection. In observing them well, and reading the following poem, you will have all of the information necessary to determine the location where I spent yesterday afternoon and early evening. A small bit of advice: do not break into... See, that's now as well. A painting of great value is inside, and you will ruin it. In the museum I did go that night, and there did I see Venus and Mars wrapped in white. A rainy day they arrived with much delight, that year without doubt to remember all with all might. A tired horseman was sleeping near there without fear, his white horse standing tall whispered into my ear, "My lord were painted long ago, that's clear, truthfully my second choice, sir, was that year. Hendrik has been dead for ages, I won't be coy, his skaters young couples, men, women, here a boy. Though his work, were they but duty or his joy? The length of his life is my third part of the ploy. My fourth is the year of purchase, I swear. Fish and cabbage, young boy and angel, quite a pair. First minus second, then times third, do you care? Minus fourth, figure it out, you'll be there. Oh my word. Right, it's time for an ad break.
This poem by Lupin surely makes reference to four paintings
it does.
presently hanging in the museum.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we begin our search?
No. We will we'll begin our search after the ads. But I'll save it. And then we will go on an ad break. I will see you in a couple of minutes.
The Venatorian power is on the rise, and this part's mine.
You're not keeping that relic.
You won't be releasing any more demons.
And you're the smuggler. I know you. You're part of the Threat Crime Syndicate. Smuggling, sure. But
man, that was
Lyrium,
funny.
working with Venatori.
You just
Not
went...
your style.
Here they are. My son.
Power poles can be used to connect multiple buildings to the same power grid. It literally tells me on my screen how to do the thing that I didn't know how to do. My brain really doesn't do thinking good when I'm ill, does it? Try that now.
I'm dead.
Oh. Where did the bed go?
It got blown up because I picked it up and then
Oh my fucking god! Right, can we move away from this island, please?
This one's...
Yeah, no, we'll... Right. Okay. Are we ready?
Let's timer it, and then we have to run, okay?
Yeah. 3.
We'll timer it to press the button.
2. 1. Okay. Oh! I think that broke me.
Oh, man.
We both just jumped straight down the hole.
Holy moly. Oh, it's after 11. I can't now. Holy moly, you okay?
Don't think Dan's ready yet, but... No! Oh! That was a real life jump scare, that was. Blimey.
You're not going to do it.
We jump on it when we've gone past it.
It looks like it's flush, you have to wait a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like right now. Nope.
Oh, I thought you said...
It's so hard. Like, you got like so little time.
I thought you said now. So I jumped.
I saw you fall off the edge and I was like, oh, frick.
Oh. Well, I only fell because you didn't jump.
Okay.
Right. I've got my pen and paper ready. Just think we're going to need it. Right. So, Venus and Mars wrapped in white. Oh.
Here's what I've been looking for.
Oh, is it gonna... Oh, it's gonna do this. It's not even gonna let me... That's quite annoying.
A winter scene with skaters near a castle by Averkamp.
Is it just going to solve it for us?
1634, one of the greatest painters from the Dutch school of the 17th century. He specialised in winter scenes. The painting originally extended into a square shape.
Okay. So for that one, the length of his life.
A winter scene with skaters near a castle by Averkamp.
1585,
one of the greatest painters from the Dutch school of the 17th century. He specialised in winter scenes. The painting originally extended into a square shape.
How many years is that? 85, 95, 05, 15, 25, what, 49? Yeah. Okay. So actually, I don't need to look closely at them. I can just run around until it tells me. There we go.
Here's what I've been looking for.
Sleepy dude with a horse. That's the first one? No, second one. The year though it was painted.
Look, a white horse standing by a sleeping man by Peter Verby.
1652?
Possibly derived from a 1652 print by Paulus Potter.
Okay. Waiting for another zoom. Oh, there we go.
Here's what I've been looking for.
What's this? Young boy and an angel. Okay. Year of purchase.
Tobias and the Archangel Raphael by Adam Elsheimer. German
1894.
painter. The Archangel should ask what kind of bait he used. This canvas was acquired in 1894 by the National Gallery. It was based on a composition he had previously done.
Okay. And then, what are we looking for? Venus and Mars. I can't remember where I've been. Oh, is that Venus and Mars?
Here's what I've been looking for.
What do we need from here? A year.
This painting depicts the gods Venus and Mars by Botticelli. This painting was exhibited for the first time in 1874 in the National Gallery. It seems that I have found the 4 numbers from Lupin's poem. Now, what do I do with them?
That is a good question. Right. First minus second. Right. Calculator time. Where's my mouse gone? Wait. I thought I'd broken it. I'm paranoid now. Why does my mouse sometimes not? Oh, there we go. Calculator. I'll just use my phone. Why wouldn't I use my phone? I've got a phone right here with a calculator on it. Right. Calculator. So, we want... First is 1874 minus the second 1652. That's 222. Then times the third times 49 minus the fourth. 8984. So is that the code then to the this? No.
Open.
Oh, yes it is.
It's the painting by my great uncle. Look, there's the paper attached.
Dear Mr. Holmes, you should have at your feet the parts of my disguise from yesterday. No doubt you would have liked to have removed them from me while I was still wearing them. It's possible. Find me in the museum disguised like this and remove my postiche. Postiche? Beware. Do it with care and precision, for I'm sensitive. That and the fact that you might destroy the next clue.
A wig and a cushion. For the stomach, no doubt. There is also Velmont's cap and clothing. A half-empty bottle of champagne. To pass the time, no doubt. This is what must have happened. Lupin entered the museum disguised as Velmont. After our meeting, he pretended to leave, but in fact came to hide in the case that Palinor had emptied whilst doing his inventory. A hook permitted him to close the case from the inside.
I haven't got my
and
hat
he
on.
calmly waited until the time was right. Once alone, he got out and helped his accomplice enter through the skylight without fearing the police.
I mean, yeah, we worked that out, my dude. Okay. Is that everything we needed from there? I guess so. So something about we need to find him. So I guess we need the lamp. Can I have the lamp now?
This lamp?
Unfortunately not.
No.
What do you want, Mr.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Good.
I need to find him in the museum, disguised like that. What?
Closed.
What? Still don't know why that's there.
Closed. It's too dark in here. I don't see anything. Closed.
Closed.
I have no reason to go there. A wig and a cushion. This is what must have happened. A half-empty bottle of champagne. This is what must have happened.
Alright, now what? Where is the portrait of Velmont mentioned clear in the crate? Think this through logically. Where would you find a Frenchman? In the French gallery, right? Is that him?
Self-portrait by Horace Velmont. A bit narcissistic, that one. This painting has an oil base, but is covered in a fine coat of water paint. I should ask the director how to remove it.
Okay. So presumably we need to go into the art restoration room. Where am I going? And get the water and use that to remove the water-based paint.
What do you want, Mr. Holmes?
Apparently I'm
Sorry
doing
to
some art
disturb you,
restoration now.
gentlemen. Can you explain how to remove a fine layer of water paint that is covering an oil painting? Rest assured, it does not concern a piece from the museum's collection.
It's simple. You'll need some water to soften the paint, a paintbrush with rigid bristles to scrape off the film, and an absorbent sponge to take it all off.
Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen.
Good. We'll be here if you have any further questions. Come, Palinor, back to the inventory.
Where was it?
This painting has an oil base, but is
I thought we'd, pick it up and take it with us to the art restoration room, but apparently not. So, I need the water.
Water.
I need a brush and a sponge.
Perfect Harmony by Jean-Antoine Watteau.
Yeah, it's not.
You and I, Lupin. I need something.
I thought I had the something. Oh, okay, I see.
I need something.
No? Okay.
I need something.
No?
I need something.
Ah. Presume it's this whole rectangle that I need to do. There's a lot of it. I mean, to be fair, if he painted this, he's not untalented, is he? It's not a bad self-portrait, as self-portraits go. I can't tell if this red bit's done or not. in a different one from the northern air. Count 6 sides as the needle turns. So a different room. What? Something about northern. I mean, English is the most north, right?
Self-portrait at the age of 63 by Rembrandt. The year. A coast scene. A river scene with a Dutch yacht by Van der Capelle. What horrors! What horrors! Velmont has unusual taste for a painter. What horrors!
I mean, this is north.
It's a pointer, the museum director, who's on display here. Amusing.
I mean, that is quite funny. I do quite like that. It looks a bit like Van Gogh as well.
Velmont has unusual taste for a painter. What horrors! What horrors!
Right, come on then. Hint. Count 6 sides as the needle turns to find the next clue. Hi, F-Jams. It is. This is a tricky one. But it's got a good hint system. Which is good. Yeah, no, we did that. Yeah. Needle suggests using a compass whose starting position is usually north, yes. Turn to the north of the room. Face the painting of the cat to the right of the previous painting, yes. Now count 6 to the right. Facing the dog. Okay. I mean, I feel like we did that, so that's this one.
What horrors!
It is a different Sherlock game. It's a new one.
Elementary.
We finished the last one. In a sombre corner under a red cloth, to ensure success, look for the red. Under a white cloth, to ensure success, look for the red. It will not be inside, but be not wrath. It's not impossible if you use your head. In a sombre corner under a white cloth. Oh, so now we need to go into the dark room place. I need the lamp now, please. Can I have
Can
it?
I borrow this lamp?
Yes, we are almost finished.
Thank you.
Isn't that right, Palinor? What do you want, Mr. Holmes?
Nothing.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Good. We'll be here.
This way. Aha. In a sombre corner covered by a white
This bucket
cloth.
contains something extremely heavy. I can't move it. A bucket with a red perimeter. Not bad.
It do be a bust.
There is something here.
Under a bouquet of lilies fair, the director is sleeping there, younger by 1/4 of an hour, and you shall receive the power. So we found that. I can't remember where we found it. Here.
It's a pointer, the museum director, who is on display here. Amusing.
Your great-uncle Horace had a grandfather. Both did proud the name Verney. The clue will lead you to a race on the Tiber. Decide which painting it is and don't sway. So, oh yeah. Would that be in the French area? Verney? Italian, German, Spanish. Of course it's the last one I look at. Right, what was it? Race on the Tiber. Aha.
Here's what I've been looking for.
Okay, but we need to decide... Oh... do we need to play Spot the Difference?
A canvas by Joseph Verney, my great-great-uncle. A canvas by Joseph Verney. Why, these two paintings appear identical.
Okay, but what am I looking for?
Haha, Lupin seems to be setting the example. I'm in need of a lamp.
I don't know what... Okay, we need a lamp. We'll go get the lamp. I love this painting so much. No, I haven't played that since. I might play a bit of that tomorrow. Because it's bank holiday tomorrow. Have you seen this painting, F Gems? I love it so much. It's so good. It's in the National Gallery. You can go see it for free. I love it. Where was I? In here. No? No. In here. Was it? No, it was in here. Wasn't it? Yes, here. Dude! Alright, that worked out
all of that
better than you would hope. Nice paintings with so much in common. Theme and colours: brown, red, green, yellow and blue. Put the colours face to face, help them to align, and the last letter found will give you a clue. Okay, so we need to find a load of paintings that are just like all the same.
This must be one of the 9 canvases. They're hanging art made by 3-year-olds. We could probably do without.
I need to find 9 canvases. So it's ones that just depict a mess of colour, I guess.
They're hanging art made by 3-year-olds. We could probably do without. They're hanging art made by 3-year-olds. We could probably do without.
You've already made
art made by 3-year-olds. We could probably do without.
He's like, I'm going to keep saying it until you laugh. You've got to laugh because I'm making a funny.
They're hanging art made by 3-year-olds. We could probably do without.
Are you laughing yet?
3-year-olds.
It's funny, isn't it? The thing I'm saying. I'll keep saying it until you laugh.
They're hanging art made by 3-year-olds. We could probably do without. They're hanging art made by 3-year-olds. We could probably do without.
I'm gonna keep saying it. Have I got all of them yet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's one more somewhere. I'm guessing I'm going to have to put them in here. And then they will make one big picture. But I'm missing one. It's not that one. Oh, is it you? It's you.
They're hanging art made by 3-year-olds.
Are you laughing yet?
could
Are
probably
you
do
laughing?
without.
I'm doing
I
a
have
funny.
all 9 paintings now, I think.
All 9 paintings that were done with by 3-year-olds. Oh, right. I think I'm just going to put them all in. Do I? Oh, God, they rotate as well. Okay. Right, let's just get them all in. And then we'll see if we can line any up. I think that's... I mean, it's a strategy. Do you two line up? Not in the slightest. Maybe? Nope. This is hard, guys. Well done, F-Jams. I'm very proud of you for that. That is an impressive achievement. If you can help me with this one. Oh! Oh! Oh, okay, they fit together, they fit together, they fit together. I feel like maybe they go at an edge. Okay. Nope. I'm trying to find something that comes off this. But I'm not seeing anything. Oh, maybe this one? That is also impressive, Deathclaw. I am very impressed at the abilities of my chat. Oh, do those two fit together? That might. That looks... are they these two bits? Those two match really, really well. Oh, this has got like black at the edge. So does that mean it's like that? That seems nice. Okay, okay, okay. They don't go there. Yeah, there is an IQ requirement to watch these streams. So I'm glad you all meet that. Otherwise I'd have to do some banning. Ha 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 ha! Okay. Do you maybe go at the top? Oh. They fit. Doesn't fit with that though. But there's no more with black at the edge, but there is... Oh, do you go there? Ha! Ha ha ha! No. Ah, you... Do you go there? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Is that not? Have I not done it? Do I need to have it the right way up? Which way up does it go? Does it go like that way? That way, maybe? But then I can't remember where these pieces went. Fuck's sake, game. I mean, they're on the floor. We could just turn ourselves, could we not? I've lost it now. I don't know what I'm doing. No.
No message proposes another riddle. I must have found all of the clues. However, I haven't made any progress. Perhaps the director might know more.
See, it's not the right way up from where we're standing, is it? Right, let's see if we can work this out before Holmes does. So, we had... O... No, did we? What was the first one? C-O-R-O-N-I-S. Coronis? Does that mean crown? It's the crown jewels, my dude. I told you it's the crown jewels. I told you ages ago. Because the footprints, look. They lead here and then stop and then stare at the crown jewels for a bit. Sometimes Sherlock surprises me with his lack of intelligence.
So, Mr. Holmes, the day is drawing to a close. Can I finally reclaim my museum?
Tell me, Director, does this word mean anything to you?
Coronis? Yes, we have a painting entitled Apollo.
Oh, right, maybe I'm wrong.
Coronis.
Maybe I'm talking bollocks.
It's an old painting. Let me show you. Eleanor?
Eleanor! I mean,
Here
he's
it
going to
is.
steal the crown jewels at some point.
This painting is rather simple and doesn't seem to be hiding anything special. Can you tell me the history of this piece?
It was created in approximately 1617 by Domenichino and his assistants. It doesn't belong to us, but is on loan temporarily by its owner. It represents the god Apollo using an arrow to slay his lover, Coronis, because of her
Blimey.
infidelity.
Don't cheat
That's
on
all?
Apollo.
Yes, that's all.
Well, Holmes, where are we? It's dark outside. I can't keep going any longer. Not one witness within a half mile in any direction. It would seem the men disappeared like ghosts.
What is the note that you're holding?
Oh yes, a constable asked me to bring it to your attention. It could be from Lestrade, as we were separated over an hour ago.
Lo, Coronis' destiny in a painting. It was always there, but never did she know. Always around her, a black shadow. Not seen in this painting. This eve, 6 more missing. Lian. Lian?
Incredible. Lestrade has also started using poetry.
Dude.
This note didn't come from Lestrade, Watson. It's Lupin who sent it. Mr. Pointer, what could he mean by a black shadow and not in the painting?
Yes, yes. In the legend, it's Apollo's bird, a raven, who reveals Coronis's
And we're back to the
infidelity
crown
him.
jewels again.
Thus, the raven, who is at the heart of the matter, is curiously absent from the painting.
Anyway, our latest message from Lupin states, tonight, 6 more missing. Do you have the map of London with you,
Ravens
Watson?
from the
Get
Tower
it
of
for me, if
London,
you would.
right? You can't steal the ravens from the Tower of London, because then England will fall. Oh, I can't remember where in London. Oh, I'm right, yeah.
Yes, Watson, the Tower of London ravens. If ever the ravens leave the Tower of London, the British Empire will fall. Lupin wants to capture them. Watson, there isn't a moment to lose. Find a hansom while I leave some instructions for the director.
So, the Tower of London was...
You were quiet during the whole trip in the hansom, Holmes. I'm curious to know
was built
what
by
you
William
might
the
have
Conqueror
said to the
in like
director.
Simply to reveal nothing to the
1067
public,
or whatever.
They claim that the appearance of a strange mildew on certain paintings has forced the museum to close. This quarantine will permit us to avoid the press from aggravating this already embarrassing
And
situation.
currently,
But if Lupin
I don't know
pursues
when,
his scandalous idea
1066 is when the invasion
he will
was,
be able
but
to
the Tower of
silence
London
all
wasn't
the talk
built
that will
in
ensue all over the
1066.
city.
Exactly, Watson. All we're doing is giving ourselves
Which is
a
why I
bit of
guessed
time.
at 1067.
From here on out, we must win this strange game, Watson. Lupin won the first round and has thrown me headfirst into this business because
Or
if
maybe
he
it was built in
succeeds,
1066,
my
I
name
don't
will
know.
eternally be associated with this adventure and synonymous with failure.
Alright, can you...
But you'll get the upper hand, won't you?
No, it's
Holmes?
fine.
We'll see, Watson.
You're
That
just
we
flashing
will.
your IQ all round the place today, F. Jones.
My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend Dr. Watson.
Solving puzzles
We are
within
here
months
at
when
great
it's supposed
hour
to be for
meet with the
5
chief
years
warder. A
and
recent event
no in
has led us to believe
1066.
that some harm may befall the security of the buildings
But,
and goods under his responsibility.
the
Stay here and wait a moment.
Beefeaters,
Above all, do not deface
the Yeoman
walls.
Warders, are the guards of the tower to this day. And to this day there are ravens kept at the Tower of London. And it is a superstition that if the ravens ever leave the tower, then Britain will fall. And I believe the ravens have their wings clipped for this very reason. Because you can't have them accidentally flying off. I believe. I could be wrong about that. But the keeper of the ravens at the tower is a really important job. And they look after the ravens really well. And yeah, there's a bunch of ravens there. I mean, not as cruel as, at one point there was a zoo in the moat. I believe in the moat. And they had, like, lions and stuff.
I must await the guard's return. I'm the detective, not the robber.
Oh, sorry. Excuse you. And, you know, people got their heads chopped off and all sorts in the tower. It's another awesome place in London to visit. But it is not free. Unlike the National Gallery. So what am I supposed to be doing? Do not deface the walls. I mean, can I? It was a prison, yeah. It was a prison and a palace. So, for example, Anne Boleyn stayed in the Tower of London before her wedding and her coronation. Or before her wedding, at least. But not as a prisoner. She stayed there as, you know, it was a fancy place to stay. But then it was also a prison where traitors were kept. And then I believe the last... See, I've got in my head, and this could be completely wrong, But I've got in my head that the last prisoners in the Tower of London were the Cray twins, who were the infamous gangsters in, like, 1920s, or whenever it was, London. Or 1940s, 1930s London? I don't know when the Crays were. But, something about it was a barracks for the army during the war, and the Crays absconded, like they went AWOL because they didn't want to be in the army, and then they were caught and imprisoned in the tower. Or something. I could be completely wrong about all that. But, yeah. And there is a lot of graffiti in the tower. It's really interesting. You can see the old prison cells, and you can see graffiti left by prisoners. And a lot of people got tortured there, and were beheaded there. There's a memorial to, I don't know if it was all the people that Henry beheaded, but definitely his wives. That he beheaded, Henry VIII, because they were both beheaded. The Allens? Man partners. Is that what that says? Man partners? 9 Glenworth Street. I mean, if you want man partners. Well, the royals, it was never like the main royal palace. Like, I don't think kings were ever in residence in the tower. There's also the story of the princes in the tower, which I don't know if you know about. But the basic story is that Richard the... I can't remember which Richard. It was a castle turned into a prison. 100%. I want to say Richard III? The one that was found in a car park and who was depicted by Shakespeare as like a hunchback king. He locked up the king and his little brother, both of whom were children. And he was supposed to be like the Lord Protector. He was supposed to be running the country because the king was a child. And first they weren't really locked up. They were just living there, and they were like, people used to see them like playing in the grounds and stuff. And then at one point no one ever saw them again. And Richard became king. And no one really knows what happened to them. There were bones found like hundreds of years later, which people have assumed was them. It was like 2 children's bones found under a staircase or something. But the royal family have denied any DNA testing on them. They're buried as the princes. But yeah, the royal family have denied any DNA testing on them. And then for years afterwards, there were people, every now and again, someone would rock up and be like, "It's me! I'm one of the princes from the tower! Ha ha ha! I should be ruling instead of you!" Because there was never any... Like, even then it was a mystery. And now it's a mystery. And unless DNA testing is allowed on those bones and they are found to be the princes, then we'll never know what happened to them. It's assumed that Richard had them killed, but we don't know, and there were people who don't think Richard would have had them killed, and it's all a big thing. And they were Henry VIII's uncles, I think. I don't know. It's all a whole thing. Captain Stenick? We know that name. But yeah, so the history of the Tower of London is really, really interesting. And yeah, if you want an ancient murder mystery, Googling the Princes in the Tower, because I've probably done a very bad explanation of it. I recommend it. I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for. Other than man partners and 9 Glenworth Street. Which apparently we're not interested in. There must be something here. I don't know what.
Good evening, gentlemen.
There wasn't anything there. It was just
the
for
Chief
looking.
Warder. Pardon me, but did you tell the guard that you are Sherlock Holmes?
Indeed, I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson.
Incredible, Mr. Holmes. What a strange coincidence that.
It is not a matter of coincidence in this case. I am here because something that you hold within these walls has disappeared. I was hoping to arrive in time to prevent this from happening, but I fear we are too late.
Are there 6?
Watson, I am certain that the Chief Warder will answer all of our questions as he brings us to the scene of the crime.
I will indeed. If you would come this way.
Someone's half-inched the ravens. No.
Thank you for your discretion, Mr. Holmes. If word got out, the consequences would be disastrous. On that note, I would like to know who warned you. Apart from the Raven Master, I thought no one else knew.
Based on what you've told me, you should have assumed that someone else was fully informed of the situation. The same person who warned me. The very person who stole the ravens.
I beg your pardon?
It's much too long a story to relate, and time is not on our side. The basic facts of the matter are as follows. The man who stole the ravens has contemplated more than just your embarrassment. Your ravens will most certainly not be recaptured.
Wait, what?
Not tonight, nor tomorrow. We must act accordingly. We'll claim that the birds are under quarantine for health reasons. You and the Raven Master must
Yeah,
also
we've covered all that,
confine
Wolf.
yourselves and not talk to anyone. But
Yeah,
continue
if the
with business
ravens
as
leave the
if
Tower
nothing
of London,
happened.
then
Now, tell
the
me
British
what
Empire will
happens.
fall. And to be fair, the British Empire kind of fell around this time in history, so, you know, maybe it all started going wrong for the British Empire around this time.
It's very simple. An hour ago at most, at nightfall, the Raven Master found me at my desk. He was quite agitated. The ravens had disappeared. As he was attempting to catch the last of the ravens to return it to the cage for the night, the black silhouette which he was chasing flew off. The ravens normally have their wings clipped.
There you go.
This bird then began to sing a little jingle, then flew swiftly away towards one of the buildings. The Raven Master then did a tour of the fortress and noticed that the ravens had disappeared and were replaced. Incredible!
And where is the Raven Master?
He is confined to his bed at present, and I am quite concerned due to his age. Mr. Holmes, we can't keep this matter secret forever. The ravens must be returned.
Yeah, the
as soon
yeoman
as
warders
possible.
are all
There is a chance that the
ex-servicemen
thief
and
certainly
now
left some
women.
clues behind, quite possibly voluntarily. Without sounding vain, I do believe I am the only one who is capable of taking advantage of them. Where are the ravens normally during the day?
In the field facing the entrance to the White Tower. You can get there through this door. I was just there and noticed this black envelope on the ground. I haven't opened it yet.
Give it to me.
6 have flown, now the 6 are back. Look on each one again and again. Where will be Lupin's next attack? The 6 reunited shall form a quatrain.
Do you have a lantern you could lend us?
Yes, I can give you mine. Here. I can also give you a map of the site. I'm sure you will find it handy. Indeed. I am already starting to feel disoriented here. I will inform the service personnel that your presence here is authorized and that they are to assist you in any way possible. I will try to join you later. However, I must also prepare for the ceremony of the keys.
Watson, the game is afoot again.
What are we to do, Holmes?
Chase 6 birds, Watson.
Chase? There must be a shotgun or two here, Holmes. Why can't we mix business with pleasure for once?
One missed shot,
Watson!
and the bird flies off and never returns, taking England's dignity with it. Can you handle that kind of pressure, Watson?
Well...
Exactly, Watson. Now, let's listen to their calls and find whence they originate.
It's just like... just fucking shoot him. Why not? Why don't we just shoot him, Holmes? Why aren't we shooting the ravens? It's just like, dude. It's been ages since I shot some ravens. On that note, I'm gonna save, and then it is time for a break. I'll see you in a couple of minutes, where we're going to try and stop Watson from shooting birds for fun. There be cones. Ah! Oh! Okay, well that's new. Ha ha ha! Have I broken the game? Like 3 seconds in.
As planned.
What's happened to Mayor Saxabar?
Sighing deeply, Chief Gretzky clarifies, Mayor Saxabar. There's no such thing in vaudeville. You must be confused, Detective.
I'm
Saxabar
very
is
confused.
just a circus man, nothing more.
You told me I had to investigate the murder of Mayor Saxabar. That's what... Where's my cat? I've never seen that before. Oh, okay, so that's delicate. I need to sponge that, probably. Oh. It's one way of doing it. No. The turtle of being turtly awesome.
Blown up by the other.
Look, I know I can't target myself. I'm not trying to. Whee! Sorry, Jeremy. Sorry about the bear. I'm sorry. I got lost and fell off the world. Bye. I can still hear the bear. Well, I guess this is where my career as a teacher truly comes to an end. Floating in the infinite void while I listen to the noise of a bear eating my students. I kind of always knew it'd end like this.
No living thing can approach it.
Manfred!
Manfred!
I choose you!
Come back!
Right. Mission number 1. Keep Watson away from any firearms. Mission number 2. Find the ravens. That is a very not useful map. I have visited the Tower of London a couple of times. Don't know my way around. So this is where the Beefeaters, Yeoman Warders live, I believe. Storeroom. Oh.
Closed.
Ah, I was looking all over for you. Have you found anything that will put you on the trail of the missing ravens?
We are making progress. Tell me, what is behind this door?
It's the storeroom.
Do you have the key for this door?
I can open it, but you won't get far. A grill is blocking the entrance, and Pitt, our cook, thought it would be a good idea to put on a combination lock.
Can you find the cook?
It's just that tonight is his night off. He could be in one of countless pubs in London, and he won't be back until tomorrow, just in time to prepare our tea.
That's unfortunate. Do you have the code for the lock?
No, having nothing to do in this area, I do not know the code.
Obviously, no chance.
White, I seem to remember that the code to open the lock has something to do with one of his ancestors. Listen, I can give you the key to his apartment. It's just to the right of the storeroom. If you find something, it will save time. I'll explain it when he gets back.
Has someone been in my room?
Mr. Smith.
Yeah,
Return
just
everything to its proper place.
someone wanted to do some snoopage, so I gave him the key. Which one did they say?
Closed.
Oh, I need the... Snoopy, Snoopy, Snoop. Thursday, ham omelette, radish and pudding. Friday, bacon and tomato pie, a new recipe that I hope they'll like, and rum cake. Saturday, baked potatoes, braised duck and blueberry pie. It sounds nice. I don't know why you've nicked that. My dearest darling, it's been a long time since I've written with news, but I've been very tired for the last while and haven't had the energy to get up even just to jot a note. And you know how Mary writes. I didn't dare ask her to take my dictation, as it would take me 3 days to correct her errors, and I'd end up spending my pension on blotting paper. She is just the same, a sweet girl, and not a thief like the one before. I'm happy to hear how work is going for you. The whole family is busting with pride that one of our families in the service of the Queen, our poor widow of Windsor. I was speaking the other day with Mrs. Nesbit. That's, I thought, Buzz Lightyear was Mrs. Nesbit, whose son didn't rise above raising pigs. The old lady thinks of nothing but him and his trade, and is always trying to convince me to buy some ham, lard, and whatever, and what have you whenever she visits. I said to her, you listen, Mrs. Nesbit, if you're just here to nauseate me with these greasy references to your son's sad toiling, you might as well stay home. She reeks of manure almost as much as the pigs themselves. But no, she is proud to raise pigs, even though her grandfather was the Duke himself's master of the hunt. Talk about a social climber, ha! Not like you, my dear, when I think of you as a cook in the Tower of London with regal chambers, to be sure. When years ago our family had their feet in chains. They were stood up all night and all day waiting at the postern. You told me that you'd found a trace of your ancestor's arrival as well as the precise date he was standing there so many years ago. It's good of you to honour his memory and forgive him for, no matter what his faults were, it's thanks to him that we have gotten through the trials of time. Take care of yourself, loving Gran Nudra.
This letter is very interesting. It's a shame the envelope is missing.
Mrs. McAdams had 2 children, Mr. McAdams, Mrs. Pitt, her 4 grandchildren. Okay, lovely. That's like an actual photograph.
McAdams family. I've seen that name somewhere.
Have you? Anything else in here? Nope. Oh. Hello.
It must be done quickly, Holmes. Do you hear it, Holmes?
A strange call, like a series of cracks alternating with smooth notes. The cries seem to be coming from the shrubs. Impossible to scour. These shrubs are impenetrable. I'd like to know which bird it is. I have to attract it.
Evening, governors. You the investigator Chief told us about? He told me to go round and spot you, but see, I was at a shag, and with it being a shilling a pack and all, there was no reason to inform Scotland Yard.
What happened to your pack of tobacco?
Heading back to the barracks, it fell down, didn't it? I shone me lantern down on it, and this black thing swooped out the shrubs and nicked it. Since then, it won't stop its chattering.
Fancy that.
Someone stole your
What did the
tobacco.
pack look like?
Oh, 'twas a
Raven
bright blue
stole your
pack.
tobacco.
An anchor on the front too. I won't be giving you a reward for its return though, eh? Just so we're clear.
I don't expect to find it, my friend. Good night.
That's that then. Good night.
What am I doing? Oh, magnifying glass.
What singular tracks these are? I'd like to know which bird it is. I have to attract it.
Does that tell you anything, Holmes?
I don't know, does it?
What singular tracks these? I'd like to know which bird it is.
Does that tell you anything, Holmes?
Do I need to find like a bird book? So I think my map's updating with, yes it is, Queen's House, storeroom, scaffold site, Shop of Oil of St. Peter ad Vincula. Waterloo Barracks. Waterloo has defeated you on the wall. Indeed, like the gin. Oh, I can't go up there. Hospital Blanc. Just kind of trying to do a sweep around and see what we can see. Roman wall. Nope. So I think they're called... I think they're officially called the Yeoman Warders. I don't know why Beefeaters came about. Or if Beefeaters and Yeoman Warders are different. What I do know is, I took a school trip to the Tower of London once. Well, I say I took a school trip. I was one of the teachers on a school trip because they needed extra people supervising to the Tower of London. And as we were leaving, one of the kids turned to me and went, Miss, do you know, I think we should have more of them chicken eaters. And I was like, chicken eaters? She was like, yeah, you know, them chicken eaters that guard the tower. I was like, oh, beef eaters. Right, I think we've been all the way around the perimeter now. More or less. This map doesn't tell me where I am, which is not entirely helpful. Yeah, because that's the way out. Okay. So, do we need to go and do some investigation of the White Tower? So this is the White Tower.
White Tower.
Yes. This was the original bit that was built by built by William the Conqueror, and it was like the tallest building in London, pretty much at that point. So like you'd have been able to see it from all over London, and it was meant as kind of a sign of like, we're here, we're in charge now. Look how awesome and powerful we are. Look at this amazing tower. What we have built. And also as a defensive structure. In case it was needed. But yeah. Bit of both.
Closed.
Arsenal! Right, so I feel like we've been round everywhere. Do we need to go back home? Back to Baker Street? I don't know where Baker Street is.
I have no reason to go there.
Oh, I thought we'd do some research on birds or something. Are they bones? Are we not caring that there's a pile of bones on the floor? Yes, buddy, what's wrong? He's dug his claws into my top. And he's like dragging me down to him. Hey, bud. You need some cuddles, do you? Okay. It was never conquered since. It was conquered a hell of a lot before then, though. Right, so what am I supposed to be doing? So we need to find something about macadams. I love you too, bud.
A bird is hiding in one of the trees. Its song is quite lovely.
Is it? Do I need to just find all the birds and then we'll go identify them all at once? Is that what the plan is? You're drooling all over me, bud.
hear a bird, Holmes.
You are right, Watson. Come, we'll have to climb to the wall walk.
I didn't hear a bird. I heard a person trying to do an impression of a bird. And failing somewhat. No, we don't climb up there. No. Where does one climb to the wall walk? I mean, this is nice for everyone who doesn't live in London. Like, you're getting a tour. We've been around the National Portrait Gallery. We're having a tour of the Tower of London. Look, there's a bit of old wall there. Very nice, very nice. Should we go up here? And then up here. Well, that was useless. How do I get up on the wall? How do I do it, Puss? He looks like he's thinking.
Hear it, Holmes?
A strange call, like a series of cracks alternating with smooth notes. The cries seem to be coming from the shrubs.
A shrubbery, you say?
Do you hear it, Holmes?
Yeah.
Do you hear it, Holmes?
A strange call.
Like what, the tube? The London Underground is awesome. I used to live like a 5-minute walk away from a tube station. It was brilliant. I loved it. But how do I get on the wall? Ooh, up here maybe? Oh, weapons room. Right, Watson, stay outside. I do not trust you around any weapons.
A box of munitions, empty. Magnificent articulated armour. All of the pieces are detachable, even the greaves.
Even the greaves?
Magnificent articulated armour. All of the pieces are detachable, even the greaves.
It's not that far underground. It's not that deep.
This space is dedicated to the Navy. This net has a large mesh. We'll find out later if it'll prove to be useful.
Oh, we're going to nick stuff, are we, from the armoury?
This part is dedicated to medieval hunting. If I want to attract a bird with this call, I must know which bird to call. It could be that none of the calls will correspond. Impossible. I can only
Oh. Well, how do we know? The hell? I don't know, do I?
This part is dedicated to medieval hunting.
One thing I really like at the Tower of London is the there's a display of Henry VIII's armour, and it's
this
quite
collection of weapons is
impressive to see. Like, I mean, he was an imposing man. He was over 6 foot tall, and some of his later armour was quite broad as well. Euclid, you were drooling so much, bud. And also, it had quite a large codpiece area, because he was a bit self-conscious about not having produced any sons, and he wanted people to see that he needed a large codpiece area in his armour. So, yeah.
This collection of weapons is impressive.
The kids I took on the school trip found that quite amusing. Dude, I told you not to come in here. No shooting ravens. No.
These shields have very interesting arms.
Do they?
This may prove to be useful.
Yoink.
Closed.
Okay, but what am I doing with the telescope? Oh, that just leads me to there. Who? Henry VIII? No. No, Henry VIII. William the Conqueror, I don't think he was considered French. He was considered Norman. I don't think France was really France at that point. I think the Normans were quite separate from the French. Again, I could be wrong. I could be talking nonsense. I've been up here. How do I get on the wall? I've been around this whole bloody castle. I need to find out what breed of bird it is. Such a book can be found somewhere in the area. Okay. We can find a book about birds somewhere. In the dormitory. Okay. So we missed something in there. Where? Maybe not in here, maybe... Oh, well, no, because this is the cook's room, right? There must be another one I can go into. Because we haven't seen a dormitory yet. Cloakroom. Dormitory. Hello, we haven't been in here. This'll do it. Snoopy, Snoopy, Snoop.
A sock that was left behind. What scandal! One of the guards deserves a punishment.
We have more important things to deal with, Watson.
Yeah, in France, definitely. It was.
Interesting. A camera with a magnesium flash.
Ha-ha! Bluebird of Paradise. Partridge. Is that all where... Is that all we know about?
This may prove to be useful.
Okay. Anything else in here? Dude, thank you. So now, can we go to wherever that was? And...
Closed.
Closed. Where was it? Oh, it was up on the... It was on the wall outside, wasn't it? Like here somewhere? This place is a maze. Nope. I mean, to be fair, we might not even have... I say we. Harold might not even have lost the Battle of Hastings to William the Conqueror had the Vikings not invaded, like, literally just before. Because he had to take his entire army up to York to defeat the Vikings. And I believe it was his brother who was with the Vikings and trying to get the crown. And then, just as they won that battle, they heard that William the Conqueror had landed, so they all had to then traipse all the way back down south, and they weren't in the best state for a battle. So yeah, it was all a bit of a mess, and all because King Edward, didn't name an heir properly. So everyone thought that they should have the crown. Right. So what did we have? We've got a bird of paradise and a rock partridge from Sardinia. That's all we've got. So, I'm guessing partridge. Right. Yeah, I don't think... So, I don't know how much he knew about what was going on in York, because obviously news didn't travel that fast. But he did delay his attack, and no one's 100% sure why. I think... See, again, I don't know all the ins and outs. I've heard lots of information about it. I don't know. But... yeah, the timing of his attack was perfect for him. I mean, it might have been even better for him if he'd attacked earlier. Because to be attacked at the same time from two sides would have been really bad.
Do you hear it, Holmes?
A strange call, like a series... I must have made a mistake. Time to think.
Okay. So that's not that one.
Do you hear it, Holmes?
A strange call, like a series of cracks
Yeah. Did we have this sound somewhere? There was something about one of the trees. Oh yeah, it was not a great time to... I mean, even right up until, like, World War II. So my nan lived in Kent, down south.
The bird, Holmes. There it is.
This bird is apprehensive. I mustn't get too close, otherwise I'd run the risk of it flying off and never returning. I'd like to know which bird it is.
And she said that they weren't
black.
Oh, they weren't a target for like German bombs, but if any of the bombers had any spare bombs left, they would drop them over Kent on their way back home, so that they didn't have the extra weight flying back to Germany. So they did get bombed a fair bit where my nan was.
I must have made a mistake. Time to think.
Oh my god. I just don't know what I'm doing with this bit of the game. Yeah. Well, I mean, Kent's like, it's a county. It's quite a large area. They weren't dropping, like, they weren't aiming at anything in particular, I don't think. It was just like that they obviously didn't want the extra weight flying back to Germany, because then that'd use more fuel. So if they still had any bombs left on their way home, they'd just ditch them over the UK coast. I don't know what I'm doing. Help me. Yeah. We need to find out what bird he is. If you had some reference on birds. Okay, well, yeah, we found that book. And we only got stuff about a partridge.
Do you hear it, Holmes?
Yes, I hear.
Strange
Yes, I hear it. You know, it'd be helpful if I could play the whistles. No?
A dirty sock. Rather unsavoury.
A sock
Why?
that was left behind.
Why have we taken
We
the?
have more important things to deal with, Watson.
Yeah, but you're the one who's taken the sock, my dude. Why have we got a sock? Why have we got that? We've got a telescope, a bird call, a black feather, and a dirty blue sock. What the hell are we doing? It's a blue bird of paradise. It collects blue objects. Oh, that's why we need the sock. Yeah. Watson! Watson? Watson? Watson?
What do you think, Holmes?
I think you need to move out of my way, dude. Oh my god, are we in one of these situations again? Oh good, you're still there. Thank you! Oh my god.
Do you hear it, Holmes?
A strange call.
Yeah.
No, I don't have enough items to attract this bird.
Will you ever explain it to me, Holmes?
If you had read the reference work on birds carefully, you would know that we are dealing with a blue bird of paradise, my dear Watson.
It seems so simple, Holmes.
So we also need that blue ammo case thing. Right, where was it? It was up on the wall somewhere. Was it up here? I don't think it was. Which character? Oh yeah, Dobby. He's gonna come out and go, Master has given Dobby a sock. Dobby is free. Is it up here? No, not this one. Oh, where is it? Is it up here? No, can't go up that one. It's up one of the... Ah, it's up this one. You're blue.
A box of munitions, empty.
What the devil are you up to, Holmes?
You're blue. Can I have you? No. Have I got enough blue?
Coal. This may prove to be useful.
Will it? Will it?
Closed.
You can tell I'm getting towards the end of the streaming for today because I'm starting to get very annoyed with this game. When I start getting annoyed, we know it's about time for me to stop.
No, I don't have enough items to attract this bird.
What else? What else? Three blue objects. Weapons room, yeah. Yeah. In the storeroom. Okay, but we couldn't get in the storeroom. How do we get in the storeroom? Oh! Back at the entrance. That's why we can look at that. So McAdams. Yeah, surely. Am I just supposed to remember that? 1652? I guess.
Nice faience plate.
What the devil are you up to, Holmes?
I'm nicking stuff, Watson. What do you think?
All of these products are stamped with the royal coat of arms.
Look, Holmes, jars of tomatoes from Italy. They must be delicious.
Why was that a big thing? Why are we like...
Drops of red wax. They are from the jars of tomatoes. This may prove to be useful.
Tomatoes.
All of these products are stamped with the royal coat of arms. Closed.
I've forgotten the
This door
number.
is locked, and unlike Lupin,
God.
I am not a master lockpick. This door is locked, and unlike Lupin, I am not a master lockpick.
I didn't know I needed the whole date. 218-1652. Where's my notebook gone? Check have pickled.
Closed. This door is locked, and unlike Lupin, I am not a master lockpick.
Right. Oh, pickled sausage. No. That sounds disgusting. I'm sure it's not, but it sounds disgusting. I mean, I presume it is good, because that's why they have it. No? But that was it. That's what it was. That's what it was. That's what it was. That's what it was, though. $16.32.
Closed. This door is locked and This chicken was painted black. It seems to have some paper in its entrails. The message written on this paper is illegible.
It seems so simple, Holmes.
Does it? What about this seems simple, my dude? Nothing about this is simple. Right, I'm determined to go and catch this stupid bird. And then I think we'll be done, because I'm getting really annoyed with this game.
No, not yet. If the bird comes out, I'll need something to catch it with.
Oh, I need the net then, don't we? Oh my god.
This net has a large mesh. A small navy cannon in perfect condition. It is...
Do you know what? I'm done. Oh, when a game's getting tedious, it's time to stop. Right. I am going to find someone to raid. Who is doing stuff? I mean, it's about time. I mean, it's a little bit early maybe, but, you know. It's not that far off time. My plan is to stream at some point tomorrow. I don't know what time tomorrow. Whenever I feel like it. But I am planning on streaming tomorrow. It will either be Expelled or maybe Planet Crafter. Probably one of those two. But because tomorrow's Bank Holiday Monday, it feels like I should take advantage and do a stream. Hey, boss? Yeah. So keep an eye on notifications for that. Where shall we go? JD Tillinghast. Why wouldn't we? Why not? Have I spelled that right? Okay, so copy the road message, paste it when we get there. Let me get out of this. Hello. No problem, Deathclaw. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for all your help and IQ flexes and what have you. And I hope to see you next time. We will be continuing this game next Sunday. Hopefully I won't get quite so annoyed with it. But yeah, I hope to see you all tomorrow, if I stream, for whatever it is I choose to stream. Until then, bye bye.